Hello everyone, Luke Smith. It is Monday the 30th of October of September 2024. Let us do more readings. I'm gonna do 2 of these a week, like from 2 games a week, just to see if I can how far I can get it all done by. Today we're gonna be reading files from Resident Evil Zero. So let us start. As always, this is from Evil Resource. I'm gonna put the actual site in the description so you can read it. This by the way, yeah, this also does, like, it gives information about the items from each game, the maps, the characters, all sorts. Basically, it's a resource site, so you know, get your information from here. So, Resident Evil Zero Player Manual 1. Note that button names may differ depending on the controller type selected. Also, depending on, like, if you're playing it on like PS4 or PS3, because it was released for later consoles after the GameCube. View status screen. Press Y during play. You cannot view the title screen in the following circumstances: during event movies, when taking damage, and when weapon is readied. The following functions are available on the screen: equip weapon, use item, view map, view file, leave item, etc. View map. Select the map item on the status screen. You can also press the Z button during play. If you do not have a map of this area, you can see the locations that you already visited. Reading the map. Blue room is your current location. Green room is your visited locations. No colour, location not yet visited. Red door, locked. Locked door. Yellow door is unlocked door. While viewing the map, you can view the item list by pressing the A button. The following information is available on the item list: left items and location of left items. Pushing objects. Some objects can be moved in certain directions. Use the control stick to push these objects. You can also use the control pad. Climbing / dismounting from raised platforms. Press the A button to climb onto waist-high surfaces. You can also climb onto movable objects. Like, not everything you can climb on, but some things. Equipping weapons. Choose your weapon from the item status screen and select the equip command. You can only use a weapon if it's equipped. Attack stance. Press the R button. Hold down the R button, really. You can turn towards your nearest enemy with the current equipped weapon. Attacking. While in attack stance, press the A button. You can attack with the currently equipped weapon. Quick turn. Press the B button while pressing down on the control stick or the control pad. Check item details. Choose the item at the status screen and select Examine command. And the location is in Rebecca's inventory when you start the game. Player's Manual 2. Note that it's back to the buttons again. Character switching. A system that enables you to control the 2 lead characters, Billy and Rebecca, and that use their different abilities to progress through the game. The character you currently control is called the main character, and the character you do not control is called the partner character. Controlling the partner character. The partner character currently moves independently, or generally. You can use the C stick to control the partner character. Selecting partner on the status screen allows you to assign instructions to the character. Solo. Both characters move independently. Team. Characters move with partner moves with the main character. Attack. Partner attacks automatically. Idle. Partner will not attack. You can also press Start Pause button to switch between independent and cooperative action. Switching characters. Press the X button on the status screen to switch between characters. To overcome obstacles, you'll need to evaluate the circumstances and switch characters as needed. Changing items. When partner character is nearby, you can exchange items on the status screen. Choose the item from the main character's item box. There's no item boxes, by the way, so it's kind of a typo there. And select the exchange command. Characters attributes. Rebecca. Rebecca is a member of Stars and has the following attributes: can combine herb-related items. Is weak defensively. Can use a mixing set to combine chemicals. So she's basically your medic character. Billy is a former Marine and has the following abilities: cannot combine herbs, is strong in combat and can push large objects. If the partner character is attacked, both the main character and the partner characters will die if they take too much damage. You should always keep an eye on their condition. A partner being attacked in a different room will call for help over the radio. If your partner does call, go to help as quickly as possible. Cooperating with your partner. Some puzzles cannot be solved by only one character. When you are stuck, try to see if using your other character will help. And this is actually in the restaurant car train F2, automatically given to you after Billy saves you, so you'll get that automatically. Court order for transportation. Prisoner name Billy Cohen. ID number D1036. Former 2nd Lieutenant Marine Corps. Age 26. I thought he was in his 30s, to be fair. Height 5 foot 9 inches. Short ass. Weight 163 pounds. Transfer destination Ragathon base. Convicted for 1st degree murder. Court-martialed and sentenced to death by the 0703 RD Military Tribunal. Sentenced to be carried out upon arrival. Samuel Ryan, Commander, Duron Marine Base. And that is in Rebecca's inventory, inside her inventory when you start the game. That's actually in the cutscene, but Rebecca gets that when you start. Hook shot operator's manual. Warning. This device should only be used when inspecting difficult to access car roofs or when connecting special trains. Return to its proper location after use. Instructions. 1. Where to use. There is a ladder outside a small window by the 1st floor section door of the 3rd carriage. Fire the device so it hooks onto the ladder. 2. Using the wrench to climb. After securing the hook, use the wrench to lift yourself up. The grappling hook can only lift one person at a time. Please be aware that the unit may be damaged if lifting more than 80 kilos. So it's really best, obviously Rebecca can only use it, in other words. And that is in the rear carriage of the train. F1 or 1F, automatically given to you after you acquire the hookshot. Investigation orders. Stained with blood. Some sections are illegible. 8 miles north of Raccoon City in the Arklay Mountains lies our company's management training facility. It was shut down years ago. Now we are conducting a preliminary study into the reopening of the facilities. First investigation unit is already on site and opening the investigation. I want your team to provide support. The following orders are William Bart. Okay, I can't read that bit because it just gets illegible. And that was in the cabin 201 of the F1 train and on the lower bunk bed on the west side of the room. Oh wait a minute, yeah, that's fine, that's right. So notice the supervisors. When closing the dining car, supervisors are asked to switch off the automatic doors after ensuring all staff has vacated the car. The main automatic power switch is located on the roof of the fifth car. Inspections will take place when the train is garaged. After the inspections are complete, use the ladder at the rear of the second floor of the dining car. Umbrella Corp maintenance department, and that is in the dining car of the train on the small table at the foot of the stairs. Passenger's diary, bit of a longer one. 14th of July, orders came from the boss today. It looks like we're in charge of investigating the remains of the Arklay Mountains laboratory. We are moving in two groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned experiment. 16th of July, unfortunately the test production of the BOW type Y139 had to be suspended because of this investigation. It's the same with type Y139, that's still so much that we don't know about responses to the crustacean T virus. There is a lot of interesting research left. Depending on the species of the nurturing conditions, only minute doses of T bring about remarkable changes in the solidarity, size and manipulation of internal toxins and the brain development. If these effects can be controlled, a powerful weapon can be produced. But the sudden development of the shell results in a corresponding fragility. Certain areas may become exceedingly weak. Problematically, one of these areas are the head of the carapace. This lab that we are going to we were they pursuing in the same research? It would certainly help to find the data samples that would help us in our research. June 19th. The day is finally approaching. I am growing more anxious. The Raccoon City newspapers and TV stations are full of reports about the bizarre murders in the suburbs. I can't believe it can't be the virus, can it? If it is, no, I cannot think of that now. I have to concentrate on the investigation and make sure it all goes smoothly. That's talking about the giant scorpion. Cabin 202 of the train on the suitcase underneath the table. Well, this mouse is really shit now. It's getting worse. Brake operation manual. Using the brake control, the following 3 steps are necessary to operate the brakes. Step 1. Activating the controls. Brake controls are located in the following locations: first car, driver's compartment, rear deck of the fifth car. To activate the system, you must insert the magnetic card into the device in the fifth car. This will supply power to both sets of controls. Step 2. Enter rear deck code. Enter the code for the rear deck unit to release the lock. After this, the driver's compartment code can be entered. Step 3. Enter the driver's compartment code. Enter the code for the driver's compartment unit to remove the lock. Upon completion of these 3 steps, the manual brakes can be used. That was a difficult puzzle when I first learned about it, but you get used to it. You have to basically do math. and that is in the engine car of the train, automatically given to you when you first enter this carriage. Note from the conductor. The key card for the driver's compartment is in my bag as always, but I need the other guy's key to open the damn thing. But it looks like I've lost it somewhere. If it was just a normal key, someone would have sure to have handed it in. But the key is different. I'll look for it too. But if you happen to find it, please hand it in. Thanks in advance. And that was in the conductor's office of the train, on the floor next to the desk in the northeast corner of the room. Regulations for trainees. Training facility mission. So this is when you start the training facility, which is the main bulk of the game. The training facility will raise a new generation of model employees to serve the future of Umbrella, applying the strictest and most rigorous training standards. This facility will, without regard for gender, race or creed, produce the best candidates for the global future leaders of the Umbrella Corporation. We look forward to the development of your leadership qualities. Training facility guidelines: discipline, obedience, unity. These 3 words are the basic principles that govern Umbrella Corporation employees, and they are considered to be the law of this facility. Keep these words in your mind at all times. Devote yourselves to your training and bring honour to yourselves and the corporation. James Marcus, Director, Umbrella Corporation Management Training Facility. He was a bit of a nutty guy, to be fair. And that was in the lecture room of the training facility, floor 2, in one of the multiple desks in the centre of the room. Notice to all staff. This document is very old. Much of the writing is illegible. Regular meetings of the Vaccine Research and Infections Agents teams will be held. Both meetings are security level 5 and will be held in the following locations: first floor West Operations Control Room, second floor Southeast Meeting Room. The entry code shall be 815. Thank you. That was in the living room of the training facility, second floor, on the table next to the armchair in the room, in the middle of the room. Marcus Diary 1. December 4th. We finally did it, the new virus. We have called it the Progenitor. I want to carry it back and start a detailed investigations immediately. 23rd of March. Bloody hell, that was a bit of a leap. What did he do between? More research about. Spencer says he's going to start a company. Well, I don't care, as long as I can continue my research into Progenitor. He can do what he likes. Another leap. August 19th. Spencer keeps asking me to be the director of his new training facility. Maybe it's because of the business, but he's becoming intolerably more pushy. But maybe I can turn this to my advantage. I need a special facility to properly explore all of this virus's secrets, and a place where no one will get in the way. 30th of November. Damn that Spencer, he came complaining to me again today. He thinks of Progenitor as nothing more than a money spending tool. Fool. But if his influence continues to grow, it can only be bad for my research. If I'm to properly develop Progenitor, I must strengthen my own position too. 19th of September. At last, I have discovered a new way to build a new virus type with Progenitor as a base, mixing it with leech DNA. It was a breakthrough I needed. I call this new virus T for Tyrant, so that's where the new virus come from, like the T virus. Progenitor came from plants, the plant of life, plant of the sun, which is seen in Resident Evil 5. But T was from Progenitor, so that's where the T virus come from. October 23rd. It's no good. I can't hope for real progress by experimenting on mere rodents. Only humans can be a proper mammal subject for the experiments, otherwise I'll never get any real progress. November 15th. Someone seems to suspect something about my experiments, but perhaps it's just my imagination. Well, if it does get too close, they may find themselves unexpectedly assisting my research. January 13th. At last they're ready, my wonderful leeches. Those low of intelligence will never have the privilege of tasting my sense of joy and satisfaction. Now finally I can move against Spencer, and soon I will control everything. This is when he starts to go a bit nuts, by the way. January 31st. My devices I set to protect my work has been disturbed. It appears someone came looking for tea and the leak is full. No doubt the work of Spencer's group. February 11th. Today, I again found evidence of tampering around the entrance to the labs. If that is what they're after, I must find a suitable way to deal with them. Perhaps I should have William and Albert smoke out the pests. Well, it is William and Albert that's causing the problems in the first place. Those two people are the only ones I can trust, yeah. Apart from my beloved leeches, of course. But Spencer, it won't end there, would it? I will announce tea at the next directors meeting, and I will collect my just rewards. And that was in Marcus' office in the training facility, second floor. Underneath the chessboard of the desk, solve the puzzle by moving the large chess pieces to match the positions on the chessboard on the desk to reveal it. That was a long one. Did I do this one? Yes, I did. That one there. Assistant Director's Diary. September 2nd. A useless bunch of trainees as always. Where does headquarters find these idiots? We did get a couple of decent ones though, so I can't complain, I guess. William and Albert, they might have a future. They did, to be fair. Especially Albert. September 25th. Scholar Will. Practical AI. They are both opposites. They are always competitive in everything they do. I think that's Al. Okay. And there are something ruthless and cruel about them. October 7th. I got a sudden call from the director. It was to tell me to encourage a rivalry between them two. It was the first time since this training facility was built that Director Marcus has ever shown interest in anything other than his research. Well, whatever. Orders are orders. I'm going to have them tearing at each other's throats. I think they're talking about Albert and William on there. And that's in the Assistant Director's Office Training Facility F2 on the desk opposite the fireplace in the southwest corner of the room. About the power regulator. Due to the recent lightning strikes, the power regulator continues to be inoperative. It really shouldn't. It wouldn't matter really about the power, except that the fact that the boiler room equipment is on the same grid. If the equipment is so run down, I'll probably have to fix them up all the time. If you wish to exit rapidly, set the indicator to 70. Check first though that everything is connected to the chain. Yeah, that's when you split up from Rebecca in the basement. That's in the torture room B, basement facility basement B1, on the floor in the southeast corner of the room. A verse of poetry. The moon bows to the earth swears loyalty to the sun, and the great law of the sun governs all things. This itself is the keystone, the pointer to glory. All our hands cannot open the door to heaven. Well, that was nice. And that was in the private study room training facility, floor 2, on the western edge of the central table. Management trainee diary. What is that Director Marcus is researching all the time? And what is with his weird interest in leeches? Interest seems more like love at times. Rumour has it that there's something dangerous about them leeches. Well, they suck your blood for one, but leeches are actually good for you. It like gets rid of all your toxins in your blood or in your body. It is true that when Dennis touched one of them, he got ill with a fever, and again today. There are those horrible moans beyond that door. Let sleeping dogs. No way I'll go near them. Even if the director ordered me, I don't want to end up like Dennis, that poor bastard, scratching and scratching. It makes me itch just watching him. Must maybe go, if can, but two. Dennis gone, I go, hungry, help, mum, I says when he changed into a zombie. And that was in the bunk room B, training facility, basement 2, on the table in the middle of the room. Getting rough. Microfilm image. A image resulting from overlaying microfilms A and B. The numbers appear to be on the seats of the conference room. That was in the projection room, training facility F1. Acquire by inserting the microfilm A and B into the projector, and that gives you the code to the thing. Inmates list. Oh God. Correctional Institute inmates list. Yeah, it's essentially names, and it tells you how they died and all transported and all that stuff. And that was in the observation room of the basement facility B1, on the table in the southwest corner of the room. First Investigation Unit's notes. We are searching the facilities and it looks like a lot of chemicals survived. Fortunately, the storage tanks are still full. We have just started and there is still a lot we don't know, but it appears to be chemicals can be mixed to produce new substances. The chemicals are scattered about, not because of the incident, more a result of plain mismanagement. This is why audits exist. When we reopen the facilities, we'll have to develop a system for dealing with these chemicals. Something is scrawled on the back of the note. Red and blue is sulfuric acid. Green and red is stripping agent. So that is in the medicine room of the training facility on one of the beds. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that was that. I thought it was something else for a minute. Marcus Diary 2. Okay, this is a short one. This page has been torn out. Oh, it's been torn out in the first book. Trouble is unlikely, but I close my babies up in a special capsule. But it won't be safe if I hold it on. If I hold on to it by myself, I'll hide it in that place. To hide a leaf, put it in a forest. To open the capsule, the special stripping agent is necessary. No way Spencer's lackeys could figure out how to make it. So it's basically saying you need a stripper agent to get the leak out. Now it's in the reference room of the laboratory B2. Just moving on to the next section. On the table at the end of one of the bookcases on the west side of the room. Old photograph. There is something written on the back of the photo. To James, to commemorate your graduation in 1939. Jesus, like it wasn't at the end of World War I or something. And that was in Marcus's study in the laboratory B2 on the bookcase on the west side of the room. Investigators report. Dr. Marcus, co-founder with President Spencer of the Umbrella Corporation disappeared 20 years ago. The results of his research has been kept under wraps the entire time. The reason became clear here at the training facility run by Dr. Marcus. Well, not here exactly, but underground. When we ventured below, we understood. There we found evidence of Dr. Marcus's research in the T virus prototype called Progenitor. The evidence of years of hideous experimentation that used company employees as guinea pigs. We cannot know how they were forced to become subjects, but based on the evidence, no less than 20 individuals were involved. Some of them were taken deliberately to keep the corporation secrets safe. That's the thing, is if you work for Umbrella, you're not getting out. There's no way they'd let you leave. Where the Doctor is now, I do not know, but considering the rapid growth of the Umbrella Corporation, I can't help but think his research is continuing. Yes, his experiment lives and continues to grow in the dark. Those things, the fruit of his research, that fill the facility, and the rest of the notebook pages are missing. That was in the operating room of the laboratory, B1, on the floor next to the operating table in the northwest corner of the room. Leech Growth Records. February 3rd, 1978. My brother was born in 1978, or a month later. Administered T into 4 leeches. Their will to survive led them to first parasitism and predation. Then they breed and multiply. Such a single-minded biology makes them attractive candidates for bioweapon research. Afterwards, no major changes observed. February 10th of the same year. 7 days since administrating T, rapid growth to double former size, signs of transformation emerging, spawning successful. They doubled their numbers in 1 hour, that is rapid growth. But their ravenous appetites led them to cannibalism, hastened to increase food supply but lost 2. March the 7th of the same year. Provided them with live feed, but lost half when the food fought back. I think they use like rats or like rabbits or something like that to feed them. However, the leeches are learning from experience, and they are beginning to exhibit group attack behaviour. They are also ceasing cannibalism. Their evolution is exceeding expectations. Or April 22nd of the same year. The leeches no longer exhibit individual behaviour. When they are not feeding, they move as a collective. They consume anything I offer them with remarkable efficiency. April 30th. An employee has stumbled onto my experiments. Can a human be a food source? How will the leeches respond? June 3rd, a day worthy of commemoration. Today they mimic me. Oh God. Surely they recognise their father. Wonderful children. No one will take you away. That's the thing. That's where the leechmen come from. Like leeches cover like the subjects, and they like more powerful, more resilient. Leech laboratory B1 on the table on the east side of the room. A laboratory manager's diary. Today, under Dr. Marker's orders, I changed the platform entry code. Later, I asked him what's the source the entry code was, and he told me it was based on something significant in his children's growth. But the director was a loner. He isn't married, and I'm sure he doesn't have any children. What could he mean? Well, read the leech growth records, and you'll find out. Leech room, laboratory B1 on the chair next to the computer desk in the southwest area of the room. Yeah, that's the thing. If you read this, these numbers and like these certain phases are color coded. So that's basically your code for the for the entry code of the platform. BOW report. Research to date has shown that when the progenitor virus is administered to living organisms, violent cellular changes can cause breakdown in the systems. Furthermore, no satisfactory method has been found to control these organisms for use as weapons. Clearly, a greater coordination at a cellular level is essential to enable further growth. I conducted a number of experiments in an effort to find a breakthrough. This is my report. Oh, this is telling you about the first 3 bosses, because they're all insect bosses, aren't they? Insecta, perhaps because these ancient animals has been genetically stable for millennia, when administered with the progenitor virus, they exhibit only explosive high energy growth and increased aggressiveness. It is extremely difficult to envision using them as a BOW. Amphibia. Injecting a frog with a... Oh, this is like the frog. I thought it was the first few bosses, but it's not. It's like the insect and mammal ones. Enemies. Injecting a frog with the virus resulted in an increase of its leaping power and its abdominal tongue growth. However, no change in its mental ability was observed. Furthermore, a abnormal appetite resulted in a test subject randomly attacking all moving objects. Usefulness for BOW is limited. Maluma. The progenitor virus was merged with a monkey's cellular DNA, resulting in an increased fertility. In other words, monkeys like to fuck it. In other words, they get their end away. The resulting young exhibited improved aggressiveness and some increase in mental capability. As a side effect, visual power was lost, but this was offset by its improvement in hearing ability. However, they are unsatisfactory as a weapon. That's the thing, because they're a bit nuts in the game. Can't control them. It does seem that no data can be made without making humans the base organisms. And that was in the breeding room of the laboratory B1, on the floor amongst the breeding cages in the north corner of the room. Where am I going now? About the battery fluid. Battery fluid. The fluid used in the batteries is a diluted solution of mixed water and sulfuric acid. Both must be of high purity. When fully charged, the battery fluid should have a specific gravity of that at 20 Celsius. Battery acid purity. Take care that the diluted sulfuric acid solution is of significant purity. And that's in the logins of the treatment plant B6 on the southeast bunk bed. Investigator report 2. We should have finished it with this dump long ago. When this all started, did anyone suspect that it will be all guns blazing like this? We weren't told a thing about these creatures attacking us at the briefing. I guess they were surprised to the head honchos too. Them things in the woods just starting to attack people. That had to be planned. Someone deliberately scattered that virus, no doubt about it. But those guards are fellow soldiers, so they still must be around. Well, whatever. I don't have to worry about that anymore. What I've got to worry about is that whenever to use my last bullet on myself or a friend. That is the only decision I have to make. I bet you he killed himself. Generator room 2F in the treatment plant B5. On the dead body in the southwest corner. Yeah, he killed himself. That one there. Only 2 more. Treatment plant Messiger's diary. May 10th. Need to remember this is American dates. Damn it. Why is a normal industrial waste delivered here? This is a umbrella corporation facility. We can't deal with this volume of material. Plus they are sending us contaminated materials that we cannot process. What are we supposed to do with it? 24th of July. Well, it looks like they are closing it down. Not surprisingly, using it like they did. It had to be done, but it was pretty sudden. It's not like they cared until now. Anyways, as long as I get out of it, I don't care what they do. And that was in the cargo control room, treatment plant B7. That's a deep treatment plant. On the floor in the southwest corner. And the gate operation manual. To open the heliport in case of emergency, follow these procedures below. Removing the lock. There are 4 locking mechanisms in the room that must be activated in this order. Southwest side, northwest side, southeast side and west side. Turn each of the mechanism's handles to unlock the gate. That is when you face the final version of the Leech boss, the Queen Leech or James Marcus. Because you're basically controlling Billy through all that, and Rebecca is going for all these things and turning it. So you basically got to shoot the leech until and keep it off of Rebecca, distract it until Rebecca opens the gate. And that was in the cargo room, treatment plant 1F, automatically given to you when you plan to open the shutters. And that was everything. That was all the files. That was a long one. Another 40-minute video. Yeah, you can tell these videos are going to be long. Right, so the next reading will be possibly Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided. Possibly Friday though. And it's going to be the original Resident Evil ones. Tomorrow I'm going to have an update for October. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.